Hey, what's going on, family? This is Ed with the Black Men's Roundtable. Me and the fellas didn't have time to get together this weekend, but I really needed to talk about these missing girls in the DC area. So I read an article earlier. It was saying that from March 23rd to March 24th, 14 black and brown girls went missing within a 24-hour period. And the media is basically crickets, silent, right? Which tells you a couple things. One, well, we've known that they don't give a fuck about black life, but two, there's probably somebody involved in it who is part of the system that's supposed to be stopping it, right? But we won't get into all of that. Really, what I want to say is this, man. We got to start protecting our kids. We got to start protecting our women, fellas. And we got to come up with systems and ways to be the primary people responsible for the safety of the people in our community, right? So anybody who knows any of the people in these families, of course, give them our love and give them our support, but we also need to start compiling a list of things so we can try to stop it from happening to our kids. Where were they? What time of day it was? Was it dark outside? Was it light outside? Were they walking? Were they driving? Where were they supposed to be? Were they picked up from school? Were they picked up from work? We need to come up with a list so we can find a way to preemptively stop these crimes from happening to our babies and from happening to our women. Also, we got to start protecting ourselves, man. The cops, even if the cops were for us, which we know through centuries of history that's not quite the case. But even if they were, most of the time when you call the cops, you're not calling the cops to stop a crime. You're calling the cops to report a crime, right? If you let the law and the position of the law make you feel like you don't need to carry a gun, even though you can legally carry a gun because the cops carry guns, then you really need to reassess how you came to that conclusion. Because you cannot depend on the cop to stop you from being harmed while you're being harmed in a certain situation. A cop might be able to come back later, and they might be able to take the report on who harmed you. They might be able to lock them up or put them away or put them on trial later. But in the moment, you need to be able to protect yourself. So if you can take a day off for fun, or a day off for shopping, or a day off to take a trip, then you can take a day off to go get your CCW and protect yourself. And fellas, man, get your wives and get your women guns. Get your daughters guns. Make sure that they can protect themselves and make sure that that gun stays with them, because that gun can be the thing that keeps your baby alive and returns your wife or returns your daughter or returns your sister to her family.